is a woman over the weekend who took it upon herself to research my family history in hopes of digging up some kind of a gotcha moment, a gotcha angle to validate illegal immigration and open borders. And what she found was really shocking, guys. She found that my family who came here in the 1800s from Norway and Germany, that they spoke Norwegian and German.
Okay.
And really what she did is prove that my family came here legally.
Daytime TV just reached new heights of drama with a fiery face-off between conservative firebrand Tomi Lahren and The View co-host Sunny Hostin. The two engaged in a heated debate over immigration policies that quickly escalated into a passionate clash over ancestry, hypocrisy, and the core of American identity. Before diving into the intense exchange, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for your dose of the latest Hollywood gossip and fierce debates. Let's set the stage. Tomi Lahren, famous for her sharp, no-nonsense stance on merit-based immigration, strongly advocates for following legal pathways to enter the U.S. Known for her unapologetically bold commentary, she remains a polarizing figure in political circles. On the flip side, Sunny Hostin champions a more compassionate and humane approach to immigration, frequently challenging conservative viewpoints. Her arguments often carry a personal, empathetic touch that resonates deeply with many viewers. Given their contrasting perspectives, it was only a matter of time before these two powerhouses collided.
That immigrants come over here and they don't know anything and they're dragging us down because we all come from immigrants, including you, Tomi Lahren.
She talks about low skills. What exactly are her skills?
Her second great-grandmother had been here for 10 years, yet spoke no English. Oh my gosh. 1930 census says Tommy's 3 times great-grandmother had been here for 41 years and still spoke German.
The tension escalated sharply when Hostin brought up findings from Ancestry.com regarding Len's family tree. She pointed out that Len's ancestors, who had immigrated from Norway and Germany in the 1800s, didn't speak English for years after arriving in the U.S. This revelation hit at the core of Laren's current views, painting them as hypocritical. What could have been a thoughtful discussion turned into a full-blown argument. Never one to back down from a fight, Lahren responded with unwavering force. The exchange grew heated, sparking a flurry of reactions from the audience long after the show wrapped up. Lahren, leaning into the personal jab, used it as a platform to passionately reaffirm her stance. She emphasized that her ancestors followed the law and built their lives without relying on government aid, making a key distinction between immigration then and now. Regardless of one's perspective, Lahren certainly held her ground under the intense pressure. As soon as Hostin shifted focus from policy to personal attacks on Lahren, it was evident that the debate had taken a much more personal turn.
A woman over the weekend who took it upon herself to research my family history in hopes of digging up some kind of a gotcha moment, a gotcha angle to validate illegal immigration and open borders. And what she found was really shocking, guys. She found that my family who came here in the 1800s from Norway and Germany, that they spoke Norwegian and German.
Okay.
And really what she did is prove that my family came here legally.
While some viewers commended Hostin for calling out what they saw as hypocrisy, others decried it as a cheap shot that diverted attention from the real issues surrounding modern immigration. The argument quickly evolved into a heated debate about whether today's immigration could even be compared to the waves of migration in the 1800s. At first, the comparison seemed reasonable. Both periods saw individuals seeking better opportunities in new lands. However, Lahren swiftly pointed out that immigration in the past was largely unregulated, with settlers arriving to claim land and build their futures. In contrast, today's immigration is governed by complex laws, strict security measures, and intricate welfare systems. This glaring difference in context became the crux of their passionate exchange. For Hostin, the fact that Laren's ancestors didn't immediately integrate into American society was meant to underscore that cultural assimilation is often a gradual process. But for Lahren, it showcased her family's dedication to abiding by the law and contributing to society without relying on government support. This divide reflects a deeper rift in how Americans view immigration, shaped by both historical identity and ideological beliefs. But let's be honest, this wasn't just a policy disagreement. Hostin's personal attack shifted the conversation into far more divisive and emotional territory. By bringing Lauren's great-great-grandmother into the fray, Hostin wasn't simply challenging Lauren's views, she was questioning her credibility and integrity. Disagreeing on ideas is one thing, but dredging up someone's family history for political leverage? That's crossing a line. Lauren, however, didn't just defend her family's past. She flipped the script with a mix of humor and poise. Instead of letting the attack overshadow her, she playfully mocked Hostin's detective work, using it to rally her supporters and energize her base.
And for them to go that deep in your background, you have gotten under their skin to a level I didn't think was possible. What is it about you that bothers them so much?
Well, it's not just me, it's anybody who advocates for merit-based immigration or has an issue with open borders. And again, just like you said, they don't seem to understand that we, on the right, believe...
The aftermath was swift and intense, with social media erupting in a frenzy of opinions from all sides. Some applauded Hostin's investigative approach, praising her as clever for uncovering what they saw as hypocrisy. Meanwhile, her tactics resonated with those who shared her views, sparking debate about the tone of the show. The View is known for its lively, often fiery discussions, but this incident blurred the line between political debate and personal attack. Disagreeing with someone's opinions is one thing, but turning someone's family history into a battleground? That felt like a whole new level of confrontation. As the dust settled, the focus shifted back to the central issue: immigration policy. Len clarified that her position wasn't about excluding immigrants, but rather about upholding the law. She highlighted the important distinction between legal immigrants who follow the process and those who enter illegally, an aspect that often gets overlooked in the heat of debates. Despite the personal attacks, Lauren's ability to articulate her point clearly demonstrated her skill as a debater. Hostin, on the other hand, remained steadfast in her decision to spotlight Lauren's family history, presenting it as a way to highlight the complexities of immigration. However, by focusing so intently on Lauren's ancestry, Hostin inadvertently handed Lauren a win, transforming what was meant to be a critique into a rallying cry for her supporters. This confrontation became about much more than just immigration. It reflected the broader cultural and political divisions plaguing America today. On one side, you have those who see immigration as central to the nation's identity, advocating for compassionate and inclusive policies. On the other, there are those who push for strict enforcement and a merit-based system, emphasizing self-sufficiency. The irony? Both sides probably agree on more than they realize. Both Lauren and Hostin acknowledge the valuable contributions immigrants make to America and recognize the need for assimilation, albeit in different ways. This debate wasn't just about differing views on immigration. It mirrored the growing trend of personalizing politics. When discussions shift from policy to personal attacks, the stakes get higher and the debates more intense. Whether you're on Team Lauren or Team Hostin, one thing is clear: this debate is far from over. And if there's one thing to take away, it's that daytime TV can still stir up conversations that have real, lasting impact. So, what do you think? Is it okay to weave personal history into political arguments, or did this go too far? One thing's for sure: genealogy has never been more controversial or captivating. If you enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.